Hello and welcome to the Ministry of Miniatures, and today we've got a very special battle report. We are heading towards Moscow. The German army are going to find themselves in the middle of this terrain surrounded by Russians. The Russians are going to bravely try and stop the Germans from progressing onto Mother Russia's Moscow. But here we are going to battle it out on our next episode in our Operation Barbarossa campaign. So let's talk through what the scenario is going to be like. Okay, so Michael's going to quickly talk through the scenario he's come up with for today's battle.
Okay, it's fairly simple board, but it's meant to represent the great steppe of Russia, and the troops that we're going to use. For the Germans, we're going to start off in the centre, and it represents a rear echelon force, so there won't be, Guderian, etc.'s panzers charging in. There'll be no sort of spear point there. We've got military police. The Germans will be capturing military vehicles around this time from battles of Dubno, etc. And they're starting to retire a few of the more worn-out veteran troops. But also, the thing about the World War II German attack on the east really was that a lot of it, the propaganda shows mechanised infantry, etc. But most of the actual lancers, the individual German troops, actually march these great distances on foot. So we're going to have, basically, this is going to represent them going across these wide expanse steppes of Russia, where there were poor or no roads, was the reality. And then a sort of last-ditch NKVD blocking force, and then random stragglers from other units coming on just to try and stop the Germans.
Right, so for today's scenario, as I said, the Germans are going to be in the middle. Michael, again, is just going to talk through the actual scenario.
Okay, first of all, with 12 inches, there needs to be a pre-set up. Basically, along here is going to be the NKVD blocking detachment. So that's going to be a Strafbat unit with a commissar and officer and an NKVD tank and MMG team, just to try and stop the Germans getting off the board. The Germans will get a point for every unit, even if it's one man that gets off that board. Then literally 6 inches either side of this is where the Germans are going to start. They're starting bang on dead centre of the table. They obviously need to get through that direction, but we have a second platoon of inexperienced Russians that are going to be trying to pour into the fight, but we've got they're going to try and come on the board, but we need to roll first to see if they come on.
And there's going to be a bit of jeopardy to that, isn't there? Because we've decided that if, when you're rolling to bring them on, you get a 1, then I get to choose which board head they come on, and then it'll be 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if it's a 6, Michael gets to choose. So, everything to play for. The Germans have got to... Don't do that. So, everything to play for. The Germans have got to get across the battlefield and off here. The Soviets have got to stop them. And let's see how it develops. Okay, so now let's have a look at the troops. Okay, so first up it's the Germans. It's Army Group Centre. And this is going to be my force for the day. And as you can see at the front here, I have got Grey Wolf, who is my officer. He is veteran, second lieutenant or lieutenant. I've got War Dogs, who is my small contingent of veterans. Then everything else on this side is going to be regular. So I've got a regular here squad. They have got an LMG and rifles, SMG for the NCO. Then this is a rifle squad, also regular. I've got a regular medic, a regular machine gun. I've got a regular unarmed cameraman. I can still get a point if I get the dice off. I've then got a regular mortar and spotter and a regular anti-tank rifle. Now, because of the results on Dubno and the previous battle around the encirclement at Kiev, I've got a captured tank. So that's a Russian tank. It will be inexperienced because it's been captured, but I've got a tank nonetheless. Hurrah. And then finally, these two military police units, 5-man squads, a couple of SMGs in there, the rest are rifles, but they are also inexperienced. So there you go, there's the German force for today. I believe that's 12 dice, so let's have a look at the Soviets. Okay, so next up is the Soviets. Over to you, Michael.
Nice and easy. Everyone's inexperienced, and we have we've got 2 units here, so 2 complete platoons. The first one is a Strafbat platoon, so half the guys get a rifle, and half the guys get a rifle and half of them don't, and so we've got 3 squads of those. The first 2 are complete, the second one is just partial. We've got a medium machine gun team made up of NKVD troops there, a BT Fast 7, and we've got an officer here. He is NKVD, but he's border troops, and the commissar is here with an extra man. Now the other platoon, starting off with a T-34. There are 3 units of LMG squads here, each with an LMG and a submachine gun with the NCO. We've got the officer here, you know, the second lieutenant here, 3 rifle squad, which is inexperienced. This is the only thing that's going to come with anti-tank grenades. Nobody else has got that. We then got an anti-tank rifle and a medic.
There we go, and Bear is going to be leading the army, so he's the officer, and then we have a new patron who is Somerville, and he is going to be taking the tank, so Tank Commander Somerville will be taking the tank. Look in the comments below if you want to be a patron and be part of our army. But there we go, we've got the patron sorted out, we've got the army sorted out, so let's go with the first deployment. Okay, so the pre-deployment for the Soviets has begun, and here they are.
Yes, basic human meat shield across the whole of the blocking detachment to try and stop them coming along, with the little light tank at the flank, commissar in the middle, so he's going to try and stay 6 inches with or as close to as many units as possible so he can stop them legging it. And yeah, these guys will have their work cut out for them. Be interesting to see how long they last.
Brilliant, so there we go, that is the Soviet deployment. Now the Germans get to come on in the centre of the field, and let's see where I put mine. Okay, so the Germans have deployed in the centre of the field. Starting from the far end there, as you can see, I've got a regular here squad with LNG. They're facing off against one of your light tanks at the moment, but they are supported by the captured Soviet tank. I've also got the anti-tank rifle. I've then got the military police, supported by more military police. They're more inexperienced. I've then got my veteran squad, who are war dogs. He's supported by my other veteran, he's supported by my other patron, which is Grey Wolf. Then we've got the medic, the medium machine gun, the cameraman capturing the glorious German advance towards Moscow, and then a regular LMG squad here, and then the mortar tucked behind there. And as you can see, just on top of the hill is the spotter. So there we go, the Germans and the Soviets are facing off against each other. There's still a horde of Soviets to come on. My mission, get off that board edge. Your mission, stop me. So there we go, we're going to put the dice in the bag, and we are then going to start turn 1. Okay, turn 1, and the dice are in the bag. Who's going to get the first dice? Probability says Soviets. German, right. I am going to do something. Okay, first up, I think it'd be rude not to, but I am going to move my tank. Okay, there we go. The tank's just moved up 9 inches. I've got the cover of the woods. I was going to go for his tank, but then I realised I'm not sure whether I'd actually be able to get towards it. So I'm going to use the whole mounted machine gun for the unit straight ahead of me. And then I'm going to do the main gun at these guys here. So actually I might do the machine gun. I'm going to do 1 machine gun at this unit and then 1 machine gun at this unit. So it's going to be movement 4, inexperienced 5. Okay, so the first 6 machine guns onto that squad there, needing 5s. So that's 1 hit. Let's see if I wound.
Yep, that's a kill.
And a pin, which is good. And then the next 6 machine guns onto that squad. So that's 2 hits. And let's see if I kill anyone. No, just a pin. There you go, that's the first dice done. Okay, Germans, and I'm going to give a fire order to the medium machine gun, straight into that unit I've given a pin to. So let's measure the distance and roll some dice. Okay, so Michael's measured it. It's going to be long range. I've got 6 shots. Needing 4s, so that's 4 hits. That's another pin. And then killing on 3s. Oh, look at that. That's 2 dead and another pin.
There we go.
But so they haven't moved, so they've just fired. So there we go. Next dice, please.
Red. Okay, we're going to move the BT fast up. I'm just going to give it a tiny pivot and just move him up like that. And they're going to take a shot. They're inexperienced and they've moved, but it's not long range. They're just going to take a shot at that infantry unit in front.
Yep.
With a high explosive.
Oh. And you miss with a 1. There we go. Next dice then. Soviets again.
Thanks, dice. This lot here are going to shoot it up here, but there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles there.
You're shooting at the spotter, are you?
That's it. They're bravely shooting at the spotter. He's within 12 of oh no, he's not. He's out of range for. Actually, three of them are in close range.
So do you know what you need?
Inexperienced. Oh yeah, they got to take a courage test first. They got him with +1. So these guys
because they're shirkers.
Shirkers, inexperienced, so they've got to take a courage test just to do anything, which is 8, and it's now 9 because of these guys are within range. Yep, they're okay, and then -1 for being inexperienced. And the green dice get -2 for half range.
Hang on. So small team.
Small team.
And because it's a spotter, he's always classed as down.
Okay.
So you've got inexperienced 4, small team 5, down 7s, and then the one says going to be 7s basically on all of them.
Okay, there's 1 6.
1 potential.
Nope. Okay, they've done sod all. Next unit is grey.
Germans again. Okay, next up is German, and I am going to do with me with Grey Wolf, and we're going to take the fight to the Soviets, and I'm going to pull out 2 dice if you don't mind. Okay, so Grey Wolf is issued. He's going to give a command to War Dogs, my veteran squad there, and I am going to also give an order to the military police there as well. So let's move those up, and I'm going to do some shooting, and I'm also going to move Grey Wolf up. Okay, first to move were the military police, and I'm just going to shoot at this team here. They've just got 1 pin on them at the moment, so let's work out what I've got and what I need. Okay, so I've just measured it. One of the SMGs is out of range, but one of the SMGs is in, so this one's going to be the SMGs. These ones are the 3 rifles. It's inexperienced 4, movement or long range 5s, because the SMGs have got long range, but the others have got movement. So needing 5s. Oh, that'll do. 3 hits on that unit, so that's another pin. And let's see if I can kill anyone. And that's 2 dead.
Okay.
So that's that squad. Then I'm going to advance the veterans, War Dogs. So let's see where they end up. Okay, so War Dogs has just advanced, and he's going to open fire on that same unit. So it's movement 4, and we just measure whether it's long range or not. Okay, so I have got 5 shots from the LMG, 2 rifles, and I should have 2 SMGs as well. So it's all going to need 4s, whether it's movement or long range for the SMG. So that is 6 hits. And let's see how many I kill. So that's 5 kills and the NCO.
That's these guys, is it?
Yes.
Ow, 5 kills
That's
and the NCO.
half the team.
So take these guys off. Then we've got to take the I don't want to take that because it looks really good. I'll take the NCO off, and actually I'm going to have to take that thing off. Just get rid of them. So then they've lost.
And they got another pin.
They've got Yeah, which one did oh yeah, that's 3 pins now, and we've just lost 5 of them, so they've got to take a courage test.
They have indeed.
Here we go. So it's -3, +1, so it's -2, so it's 6 or under, and then these guys will probably try and shoot them. So here we go, 6 or under.
Oh,
Oh dear. So suddenly somebody's been shot, and let's have another go and see what happens.
they've gone.
They've gone.
And that's a dice out the bag. So a small gap has opened up. The Germans are pushing, but what will happen next?
These guys are going to fire at the veterans, but the veterans are basically going to be in hard cover from there.
Yeah, the hill's kind of in the way, isn't it? That's why I didn't fire you to start with, but that's good.
So inexperienced and hard cover. We've got to be in half range, so it's going to be 6s. Yep, that's 60. What's the times of 60? Here we go. So 6s to hit. That's
oh yeah,
2 hits. Now those are veterans, so it's 5 or 6. Ooh.
5 and a 6. So roll your 6 in case you get.
Oh, no.
So it's 2 dead of my choice. So I'll take 2 riflemen. One at the front because I need to get moving. So that's 2 dead, and we'll put a pin on.
I'm going to try and bring on. I think I'm going to do the tank because I really need it. So let's see where it goes on.
6.
I can actually pick. That's helpful.
Your yellow dice are rolling high, aren't they?
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, I'm just going to put him straight on here, moving forward and shoot.
There we go. So that's Somerville coming on.
Here we go. So 9 inches off the edge. Dum dum dum. So he's inexperienced. Movement, and I'm just going to have to go for the tank because why wouldn't I? I'd be mad not to. So that's inexperienced movement, so it should be 5 or 6 to hit.
Yep.
This could be quite key. Oh dear.
You missed.
Okay, that's going to make the first go next go pretty important. Red.
Okay, so red again.
I'm going to try and bring on one of my infantry units, one of the LMG squads. So let's see where they end up. 1, so you can pick
I
where they pick
choose.
up.
They're going to go down this end.
Yeah, charge up 12, where they're probably not going to do anything for the entire game. Just put the LMG there. He's. Here we go. This dice is. There you go.
Red again.
I'm going to try doing the same thing with the next LMG squad. So move on 3.
That's
so
this
2,
edge.
3. Okay. Let's charge you on 6. There's the. Just put the this guy in the middle, and they want to shoot.
Who are they shooting at?
I think we're gonna have to go for the mortar thing.
Yeah, so inexperienced and movement, you are looking at 5s. Okay, so there's 1 LMG, 4 rifles, and an SMG. So the SMG is going to be inexperienced, long range, isn't it?
That's it.
So they're both going to be 5s, anyway. They're all going to be 5s.
Oh, just a minute. Actually, yes. Yeah, you're right.
4 rifles, 1 LMG, and an SMG. Which one's which?
The. Oops.
Yellow LMG, black SMG, and 4 rifles.
That's it. 4 rifles for the black and green.
Shots. Needing 5s. There we go then. 1 hit, is it? Ooh.
2 hits.
Okay, so that's a pin at least.
And 4 pluses. Okay,
One dead.
That's 1 gone.
And a pin, but I can still fire.
I'm going to use another dice to get my inexperienced rifle squad on. 5. So it's coming on
that
this
edge.
side. Fire.
There we go, advanced. So Michael's brought his inexperienced squad on. They've come right up on the side of me. So he's going to have movement 4, inexperienced 5, point blank back to 4. Plenty of dice. Is that an LMG squad again?
It's just rifles.
Oh, okay. So needing 4s, did we say? Crikey, I can't even see those.
Gosh, really?
There we go. So that's a pin. You've got 5 hits. They are regular, so you need 4s.
Okay, here we go. That's 1 hit.
2 dead. God, there was another 4, I don't think.
And see if... Oh, 2 dead. Okay, that was a 6.
We'll check the video. Yeah, go on. Roll the 6 again.
No.
Okay, there we go. 2 dead. I've taken the rifleman closest. There we go. Let's see who's going to get the next dice.
Red. Okay, I'm going to try and move the last LMG squad on. Ooh.
Guess where they're going? So there goes a 1, and I've chosen, and I want Michael to put them down that end, please.
Here we go. This lot just charging up 12.
So although I've stuck you at the back there, I do have a couple of squads now coming up the rear. Okay, red dice again. Michael's looking at what he's going to bring on from his horde of Soviets.
It's going to be... Try and bring on this guy.
Ah, the anti-tank rifle.
Ooh.
6.
Oh gosh, that's too good.
You get to choose.
I think I'll be sneaking up here, I think. The thing is, if I do this, I've got 1 shot, and if I miss, I'm dead. That's literally as far as I can get.
Okay, so inexperienced 4, movement 5.
And not in close range, unfortunately. So
Yeah, not point blank, so it's just going to be 1 shot needing a 5. And you get a 6.
Definitely on the side there, but let's see what we get.
Oh, it's only a +1, isn't it? So
3. Try and going to bring on the officer.
yeah,
And so let's see where he ends up. 3.
that's this edge.
2, 3. So I'm just going to charge him on here, like that, and with his mate there, and they're both going to fire. It'd be long range. They don't get anything for moving, but they're inexperienced as well.
So 5s.
So is that another minus?
Okay, so Michael's going to shoot at this. I do have 1 dead, but actually my medic's next to it, so I need to save because that'll make a difference where it's a small team. So it's a 6+, isn't it, to save? Oh, I saw it for a second, but no, so it is a small team. So you've got inexperienced, long range, so inexperienced 4, long range 5, small team 6s, 4 shots.
Okay, here we go. Whoa.
Nothing. I needed that. Okay, so next up is me, and I'm going to fire my mortar whilst I still can. Big squad there. So needing a 6. Oh, and I don't even get close. There we go, let's put 5 in case they don't move. And next dice. Okay, so Germans, and I'm going to do something with my anti-tank rifle. Okay, so I'm actually going to do an assault. You've already fired with your anti-tank rifle. If you can measure it to see if I'm within 12, I'm going to assault your anti-tank rifle as well.
In 12?
Yeah, they're in 12, so my anti-tank rifle is going to charge all the way up. You've already fired, so you don't get reactionary. There's no obstacle for me to get over, so I go first. Okay, needing 2 3s, and I kill 1.
6?
No, I need a 3 because it's an assault.
Okay.
And you're inexperienced.
Okay, he needs 4s.
No, so that's a dice gone, and I can reconsolidate 6 inches. Well, D6, that's 3 inches, and I'm going to jump into the woods. There we go. So the anti-tank rifle team are sneaking up on the side of that tank, and let's see who's next. Okay, it's a grey dice, and this time I'm going to do an order with that team there. They do have 1 pin, so it's normally 9 down to an 8. 10, they just go down. Ouch. Okay, it's Germans. I'm just going to advance this unit here, and they're just going to move up this way. Okay, so this team, they've got 2 SMGs, which are the yellow dice, and 3 rifles, all needing 5s because it's inexperienced 4, either movement or long range, so needing 5s. So that's 3 hits. See if I can kill anyone. 3 dead. Just 3 dead at your choice.
Okay, I'm going to try and bring the NKVD guy on. Here we go. That's the Commissar. 3.
So this side again.
Some sort of killing done here, I think. Those guys are going to run up there, and I'm going to take a couple of shots over there.
So inexperienced 4 should be just outside, isn't it? I think.
Early advance. Here we go.
Okay, so inexperienced and long range. 4 dice needing 5s. Nothing.
Next dice is a red. I'm going to try and move the medic on.
Yeah.
5, so somewhere here.
Yeah.
Bit tricky. I'm going to put her. I think I'm going to actually put her here.
Yeah. You want to out the way of my stuff, don't you?
Yeah. So I'm just going to literally charge her up the tabletop.
Yeah. Running on. And there's not much left, is there?
Great.
Okay, so it's Germans. I'm just going to run the medic up across to here as best I can. Get him out of the way. So it's just coming up with the officer there.
Next dice is red.
And that's going to be your commissar in the middle, isn't it?
Yes, he's going to. There's only really 2 units he's going to affect there, and I think there's a lot of killing power coming that way, and I think he needs to actually lead by a bit of example here. So he's going to move up 6 like that.
Yeah.
With his mate there, be long range to shoot those guys.
And inexperienced.
So that's 4 dice needing against the veterans. So 4 dice, that would be 5 or 6s.
Yep.
That's 2 hits.
Good. That's a pin.
5 or 6s to kill. Nothing.
But another pin. And War Dog's taking pins. Okay, I'm going to run the cameraman up to here. Next dice.
Okay, 50-50. That's great.
Okay, I'm going to do an assault with these guys here, and they're going to assault your guys here in the centre. And I'm putting myself between 2 SMG teams, but that's the way we roll. I did think about advancing over the hill and opening firing on these, but this squad is just too much of a threat. I need to do something about it. Now, you've already been, so you don't get reactionary fire, and there is no barricade for me to go over, so I get to go first. Yes. Okay, so the black dice, I'm putting my trust in your yellow dice this time, but I think they're not going to work for me. But there we go. So the black dice is the SMG gets to roll again. The yellow dice are the rifles and LMG. So 2 misses. So that is 6 dead. And the SMG gets to roll again. Yeah, it's a 6 dead. And then you get to return
Who
fire.
does that actually leave me with that? Okay. So
You've got 1 man left, I think.
So if I just keep the guy with the SMG, then hope he can take someone with him. Here we go. Let's see if he can get anyone. He needs
1 dice.
4 or more.
No, so that unit has gone. There we go. So that's the Soviet unit gone. I now get to reconsolidate D6 inches. 2 inches. So that's just going to be getting together. I'll just reconsolidated there, but I do have 2 SMG officer units nearby. So, any dice left in the bag?
Last one.
And that's Bear, isn't it?
And it's Bear. But I'm going to move him. He's going to run.
He's going to bravely, tactically withdraw behind the tank in a very thematic style. You lot, move forward. I'm just going to wait here and hold your coat.
Cool. Oh, that's
That's
good.
it. So that's the end of turn 1. There's been a few casualties. And it's turning into a bit of a bloody onslaught. That's just turn 1. So let's see what happens next. Okay, turn 2. The dice are in the bag. Everything to play for. Let's see who is going to get the first dice.
Great.
Okay, first up, and I'm going to reactivate this group, and they are going to do a charge order. They have got gusto for the mighty Third Reich, and they are going to charge your commissar. I'm within 6, so you don't get reactionary, and there's no cover, so I go first. So the SMG is going to be the black dice, and they're inexperienced, so I need in 3s again. Yes, he is well into. I like your yellow dice. They're well and truly dead, and that would have been a wraparound. So let's work out where I end up. So D6 inches, 6 inches, just what I needed. There we go, and I've just ended up on this side, a little bit exposed, but there we go.
Next dice is red. Order here, I think. Unsurprisingly, on this tank here. First, he's going to use the main gun.
Tank Commander Somerville is going to fire. He's inexperienced, but that's it, isn't it? Just a 4.
That's it.
Oh!
He's still got his whole machine gun, and I'm going to try and empty it into those guys.
Yeah.
Okay, that is...
Again, needing 4s. 1.
1. Then it's 3s. Oh, he's got 1.
Can you get the NCO?
No.
So 1 dead and a pin. Okay, next up, I'm going to advance this unit. They do have a pin, so I need to pass my morale check, and I do. And guess what I'm going to do?
There might be a charge there actually coming up.
I'm going to assault you. Yeah, so that pin's gone. Let's wrap around and see where we end up. Okay, there we go. I've just charged into that Soviet inexperienced squad. I've got 1 SMG and looks like 5 other guys. So just needing 3s. Oh, so that's 3 dead. And let's see if I can get the NCO. Oh, I'll take the SMG if there's one in there.
Oh no, that's it, but you can take the NCO.
NCO, yeah, so it's 3 dead. And now you get to return 5.
Let's have a look. That's 6. But I'm needing 4s to get those guys. Just grab one of those dice. Here we go. So 4 pluses, 3 6s. So let's just see if we can roll those again. Okay, that's 3 dead.
Okay, suddenly it's not looking good for the Germans. It's now going to be simultaneously because it was a draw. So I've got an SMG and 2 guys, and you've got... So you need 4s.
Here we go. That's
2. So I need to get at least 2 here. I get 3. So I've got 2 guys left. Might as well leave the NCO on his own for me. And your guys go. So I get to reconsolidate. D6. So that's 4 inches. My surviving NCO has tried to make it into the woods, but he's out there on his own. The lone survivor of the assault. Next dice then, please. Come on, Grey. Grey, yes. Okay, it's Grey. And Grey Wolf is going to shout, "You guys snap 2 with me." And he's going to call the other 2 units on either side with him. So I've got inexperienced squad here. We've got a pin. And I've got my veteran squad here, War Dogs with 2 pins. So if you could take 2 more dice out of the bag for me.
Here we go.
Okay, so first up it's going to be the inexperienced squad with 1. So they're normally 8 with a pin down to 7, but we've got the second lieutenant next to him. So that's back up. So 8 or less. Yep, so that pin's gone. And they are just going to advance up. Okay, so these 2 guys here are within 6 inches. So it's inexperienced 4, movement 5. Well, I'll work it out because he's got an SMG, so he'd not have a movement pin, but it will be. Okay, hopefully this makes sense. So the yellow dice are going to be the SMG, who's inexperienced 4, point blank 3. The rifleman on the end here is inexperienced 4, movement 5, point blank 4. Then this SMG is inexperienced 4, long range 5, and this rifleman is inexperienced 4, movement 5. So let's do the 5s first. Nothing. I know how this is going to go. And then I've got 4 and a 3. That's 2. And then that's another pin, and let's see if I can kill anyone. Oh yeah, 1 dead. And let's see if I can get the NCO. No. So
that's 1 dead, was it?
and a pin. Yeah. Okay, next up is the veteran squad. They've got 2 pins. I need to try and clear those, but I do have Grey Wolf next to me, so it's normally a 10 down to an 8, back up to a 9. And they go down. Oh, I didn't need that. And then lastly, Grey Wolf is going to lead the way. War Dogs failed. Oh, sorry, better measure that. So I'm going to move 6 inches up here, and I'm going to open fire on your officer squad. Okay, so Grey Wolf's made it to there, and he's trying to get a bit of cover from the medium machine gun there waiting. But he has got movement is still 3, point blank is 2, small team back to 3. So 4 shots, needing 3s. 3 hits.
3 plus. Dead.
They're dead. So that's a dice out the bag, and the Germans are creating a path through.
I'm just going to put them towards... That rock is in the wrong place.
It's in the right place.
But I might be able to that. I'm not sure. Have we got the...
If you measure, you've got to take the shot regardless.
Okay, I might go for these guys up here.
Okay, so Michael's decided that that angle is probably too far. So he's going to go for the squad, the veteran squad that is pinned and down. So 5 shots, probably needing 7s because you're inexperienced as well, and they've got cover.
That's it. Here we go.
1 potential. Oh yeah, so that's another pin on them. They ain't going anywhere, are they?
Oh,
So just another pin. Okay, it's German dice, and I'm going to do a fire order with my mortar. He's going to take one for the team because I know he's about to die. But he has a pin, so let's see if I can get rid of that. And let's see what he can do. So yeah, pin's gone. And last time it was a 6, so this time I just need a 5. So let's see if I can get a 5. And I don't. So next time if they don't move, that is going to be a 4. Next dice. Okay, so Soviets.
here we go. So they're going to move up 6.
Yeah.
So they're in point blank. So they're rolling to hit. There's no -1 for moving. But yeah, so it's 3+. That's 3 hits. Now they need 4 pluses. Oh, I've only got 1. But there's still...
Okay, so I'm down to 1 man. That was half my squad. Well, half the unit gone, so I need to take a morale check. So they're regular, 9.
Regular.
1 pin, down to 8. And they stay. So 1 pin, 1 man.
Shirkers. So I need to activate them. And they've got 8 or under. Oh, they're okay. And I think we're just going to shoot at this lot up here.
Yep.
Who are over half range. They're inexperienced, and there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rifles there. 5 more 6s. That's 2 hits. Now to damage. No.
So 1 dead, 1 pin.
Oh, sorry. Yes, it is 1 dead, isn't it?
There we go. 1 dead, 1 pin. But we're still in it. Next dice.
Red. Okay. It's annoying. That's in a way. This guy's going to move 4 inches forward. He's going to do a 90 pivot around the centre. What I'm going to do is just move right up to there and stop. And he's got an MMG, so I'm actually going to try emptying it into him.
Okay. So you got inexperienced 4, movement 5, small team 6, point blank 5s.
Here we go. There's
2. So 2 potential. He's got a pin at least.
Oh,
Adds up to 4, but if you can stick a pin on him, well, that brave German NCO is leading the way.
actually, no. I'm gonna pull Bear in front. Oh gosh, I know they're gonna be gone soon. Bear's gonna just move 6 up here, and just so he's close to these guys. And that's the end of his move. And the next dice is red. So I'm going to make this, try and activate these guys. They've got 3 pins. So that's 5, but with
Shirkers.
But with Bear... Oh god, dear. Actually, I think... What do I need to get that to make that work?
Well, they're normally inexperienced, aren't they? So that'd be 8. How many pins have got?
3.
So that's 6 pins.
Down to 2. And then 3.
Yeah.
So that's a bit unlikely. So I think we're going to try and rally quickly.
Okay.
Here we go.
So it's based on the original.
6.
They did D6 plus 1. Yeah, so they come off. They're
Pins.
back in the fight, but they're on a rally. So as I just pointed out to Michael, he's actually done the right thing because I was about to assault him with my tank. Straightforward run order across him with all those pins. That was a certainty, I thought, but he managed to basically get all those pins off. So I need to decide what I'm going to do otherwise. Okay, so in that motion, I am actually going to move my tank, hopefully. So he does have a pin. He's inexperienced. So normally 8. Pin on him, down to 7. But I do have Grey Wolf within 6. So back to 8. And I get 8, so that pin's off. And I'm going to advance forward up to point blank with that squad. And let's see where I end up. Okay, so my tank has moved. So it's inexperienced 4, movement 5, point blank back to 4. So 6 shots needing 4s. Oh, that's 6 hits. This could be devastating. So let's see. And that is 4 dead, plus I had a 6. So let's see if I can get anyone special. No, but 4 dead. So that is half the squad. You get a pin.
Let's see if anyone stays on. So it's got a pin. We've lost half. These guys are close.
Yeah.
So, and you're saying pins count as double? Is it with morale checks?
You need to check on Shirker, but see what you roll first.
Here we go.
9. There's no way they're passing anyway.
So they're gone.
Indeed. So that's that unit out. Then with the main gun, it's going to be the same. So movement 4, inexperience 5, point blank 4. So I'm going to fire at your tank, needing a 4. And I don't do anything. It was a miss.
Somerville's still in it.
Somerville's still in it. Exactly. There we go. So let's see who gets the next dice. Okay, so first up, my anti-tank rifle. Michael says that's more than an inch by looking at it, so I can't really shoot at that tank unless I want to move. But actually what I'm probably going to do is move this way, closer to the edge. Just advance 6 inches to the edge, and then I'm going to take a shot at your other tank. There we go. The anti-tank rifle team has just moved to there, so it's going to be movement 4. And that's it, to try and hit your tank on the side. So let's see if I can get a 4. I get a 5, so I've hit. What's your side armour on that tank? Okay, so side armour is going to be 8. I've got +2, so I need a 6 to glance. But I get a 4, so it's just a pin.
There we go. Next dice is great.
Okay. Okay, next up is German. I've got an inexperienced squad here. They are in the open from your LMG squads over there. So actually I'm going to give them a run order. I usually like to move and fire, but I'm going to just run them to the edge behind the tank. Hopefully I can get past your tank. But let's see where I end up. So actually I decided instead of running up next to the tank, I didn't realise I had a machine gun on it, but Michael pointed out before I moved. So I've just run up to here, just behind the tank, to give me some hard cover from there. And hopefully that tank won't come up and get me. But there we go, that's the German move. Next dice, please, Michael.
6 inches. Go, and they're going to fire on that MMG team, provided it's in range. So we've got a
should be
advance order. Let's see how far we're off. Actually, we're a bit close. Actually, they're all in range, but so I've given him a slight tweak forward, except for the submachine gun.
So you can have inexperience 4, movement 5, long range 6.
5 of those.
Let's work out how many you need, and then needing 6s.
Okay, rolling for 6s. There's 1.
So it's a pin at least.
So let's have a look. Let's see if we can get a 4+. No, that's a pin.
Just a pin, but that might be enough. Okay, grey's the next dice, and I'm actually gonna get those guys out of it. So they do have 1 pin. So let's see if I can clear it. They're regular, so 9, 1 pin down to 8. Oh, and they get 9, so they go down. Okay, grey again, and I'm going to run the cameraman across to here. So he's just joining the big crowd running through the gap.
Red. Next unit is going to move up in identical fashion. A few less shots with this group.
The same again, is it?
Same again. Let's have a look. So we've got 4. He's out of range, and 3. So 4 LMGs and 3 rifles.
Needing 6s. That's another pin at least.
Oh, he's got 1.
Oh yeah, roll it again. So 1 dead, 1 pin. So now to 2. Okay, last dice is the medic, and I'm just going to run him up to here, so that again he's with the main throng trying to push through. And then the rest of the dice are Michael's. So what have you got left?
Female medic's going to just charge around here. Hopefully give the officer a chance. And then I think I'm just trying to work out what I haven't used yet.
Have you been cheating again? Put more dice in. We'll come back. Okay, so the last dice actually.
It's I think it's some of these. Yeah, it's these guys here.
Yeah. So Michael's keeping extra dice in the bag, but there we go. That's it's only end of round 2, and that's the second turn you've done that. So let's have a look what's happening here then. So there's the the Soviets have taken a bit of a toll, haven't they, with the push from the Germans? But it's all about the number of dice I can get off and the number of kills you can get. So let's collect the dice and see what happens in turn 3. Okay, turn 3, and we are back in the throng of it. So Michael's going to give the bag a shake, and who's going to get the first dice?
I really could do this red. This go. Oh yes, okay. These guys are stuffed. So I'm going to take one out, activate with the officer here, because he's basically pretty much guaranteed to be dead annoyingly. So he's going to go out with a fight and activate the tank. I'm going to do the tank first, which presently has a pin, which is negated by having the officer, so he needs an 8 or under to do anything. Fortunately, he's done that. He's not moving. He's going to do, with the first thing, he's going to put the, actually I might try and machine gun these guys here.
Yeah.
The temptation was to go for these guys.
So I noticed there. The experienced military police.
Yeah, here we go. So 5 shots against 4 of them.
4.
1, 2, 3. That's 2 hits, leading 3 pluses. He's got
1 dead, 1 pin. And then your main gun, is he going from a tank?
Yeah, it'd be rude not to. So I think they're both in close range. So I think that's a 3 plus.
It will be.
Oh, he's hit him.
So front armor.
4.
So what's your gun?
Neglected.
There we go. So the 4. Michael's just checked. It's a medium anti-tank gun, which is a 9. Sorry, is a 5. Plus 4 is a 9. So that's a glancing hit. So roll d6 minus 3. And 1, I think, is crew stunned, which is just plus 1 pin mark. So there we go. Crew stunned. The tank goes down. He can't back up because there's troops behind, but he now has 2 pin. 1 for being hit and the extra for being stunned. Next dice then, please, Michael.
That didn't go.
Next up there.
That didn't go as badly as I thought it would. So it's really, do I run and just try and keep him around for another turn? Or do I suicidally charge him forward just to try and gun down take out some of the Germans? I'm tempted to actually, with this, he's down till next go, isn't he? So, but he could get up and start moving normally, can't he? So I think what I'm going to do is just move 6 forward, like that, and try and shoot his opposite number heroically. So he's going to try and shoot these guys here. They've moved, but they don't get minuses for the SMG. They are
inexperienced small team.
Inexperienced small team, but they are at close range, so it's 4 pluses. Here we go. Ooh, three hits, but I need 5 or 6s because they're veteran. Oh. That looked so like it was taking them down.
You had me worried for just a moment. Next dice then.
Dice is grey.
Okay, next up is the Germans. I'm going to fire my mortar. It does have a pin, so I have to try and pass that. So regular with a pin, 8 or less. And I get it, so the pin's off. So I need a 4, basically. See if I can get it. And I do, on a 6.
I'm going to have to go and find that template now.
Okay, so the 2-inch template looks like it's going to be 4. So let's get the dice. So basically needing anything but a 1. So that's 4 dead.
Ooh.
And D3 pins.
Okay, that looks fairly serious. So 3 pins.
D3.
Oh, sorry, D3, so that's 2 pins. And 4 dead.
It's not half the squad, is it? So they're still in it. And I'm ranged in.
Next dice is grey.
Okay, so grey's next. I'm going to try and activate my medium machine gun. So they do have 2 pins. They're regular, so they're down to 1 pin. And they are going to run. There we go. I've just run them across there. And they are trying to evade those troops that are coming up the back. So let's see who gets the next dice. Okay, next dice is Germans. And I'm going to do you guys snap 2 with Grey Wolf here, and he is going to snap 2 with War Dogs, and he's going to snap 2 with that inexperienced squad there. So if you could take 2 dice out for me, and let's see what happens. Okay, so first up we have War Dogs with 3 dice. Here's the veterans, so 10 down to 7, but I have the officer next, so 8. Yep, so they're down to 2 pins, and I'm going to do something with them right now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to run that squad as far as they can up this way. Oh, no, actually, I'm just going to advance to here, 6 inches, and I'm going to open fire on your medium machine gun. Okay, so they've just made it to there. I don't think that's within 6, but I'm going to open fire on your team there. So I've got an LMG, a rifle, and an SMG. So I do have 2 pins, so that would be movement. Well, I'll work it out and come back. Okay, so these 2 front guys are actually point blank. So it's movement 4, 2 pins 6, but point blank 5. So it's a rifle and an LMG. The SMG at the back there is movement is still 3, 2 pins 5, long range 6. So let's do the 6 first. No, and then let's do the 5s.
Oops. There's one more roll. There you go.
Yeah, so that's 4 hits. Needing 3s. Just a pin. How lucky are you?
Surprised they're still on the table. There we go.
Right, so next up are these guys here. So let's work out what I'm going to do. So the inexperienced squad there, they do have a pin. So that would be normally 8 with a pin, 7, officer next to them, back to 8. Pins cleared. And they are going to, let's work it out. I think I'm just going to advance and then shoot at your officer team. Okay, sorry Bear, but I've got a firing squad for you. The German are inexperienced, so some of them are going to be inexperienced. They're all inexperienced 4. Some of them are going to have movement, but point blank. So let's work it out and come back. Okay, so 2 rifles, inexperienced 4, movement 5, small team 6, point blank 5s. And then the SMGs don't have the movement penalty, so that's going to be 4. So black 5, yellow 4. Oh, that's pretty good. I kill them all on a 3, and they are dead.
Oh,
But sorry, Bear.
Sorry, Bear. We've
You're gone. And a dice out the bag. Oh no, sorry, it's already on the board, isn't it? And then last but not least, I've got Grey Wolf, who has also got a pin. So let's see if I can get rid of the pin. No, he goes down. There we go. So next dice, please.
These guys here are going to shoot, but they're just going to, rather than going for these guys who are tricky, I'm going to try and see if I can wipe out some of those guys.
How many pins you got?
It's 1 pin. But the officer's obviously gone. So I need 7 or under. That's lucky. So
inexperienced 4, movement 5. That's it.
Here we go.
So
1 hit. Now 3 plus 6.
Yeah, do you get the NCO?
No.
So 1 dead, 1 pin. I'll take that. I'll just take a rifleman off. There we go. Okay, next dice, it's my Germans, and I'm going to run those inexperienced. Okay, there we go. The Germans are running to the border. They need to get off. And that'll be a point if I can get there. Next dice.
Red.
What you going to do?
These lot are dead if they don't move, and I think they're unlikely to move. They've got 2.
Which is doubled, because they're shirkers, aren't they?
I'm going to... I know... I've got to move them somehow, but they will be dead if they get hit next go. So I'm just going to see if I can move them with -4, basically.
So 4 or less. No, they
So
get down.
staying where they are.
But, so they get down. But on a positive note, makes it harder to shoot, doesn't it?
Yes. I'm going to try.
Okay, red.
Let's hope we have a bit more luck this time. I've really got to stop some of these units. I think this lot are gonna just stand still and try and shoot these guys.
Yep. So inexperienced, long range, 5s. Small team, 6s.
So there's 5 rifles and 4 MMGs.
LMG, yeah.
All at that lot.
Needing a 6. Nothing.
Oh, it's terrible.
Small teams helps, doesn't it?
5 border. Next order coming out is red. Almost think I'm in range of that, but I'm not sure. I think, yeah, I'm going to move these guys up 6. Go. And they're going to. Actually, I think we're going to try and shoot. Oh God, this is tricky. They're going to try. Yeah, going to try and shoot war dogs. Let's see.
How far is it?
It's out of range for rifles, but in range for the LMG. So that's just.
So inexperienced 4, movement 5, long range 6s. Nope.
Nope. Okay, that's that.
Okay, it's Germans, and I'm going to try to advance this unit here. They do have a pin on them, so let's see if I can clear that. Doesn't look good. 11, no, they go down. Not what I needed. Next dice. Okay, it's Germans, and I'm just going to advance my anti-tank rifle. I'm coming out the woods. There we go, I've just advanced him to there. So it's going to be movement 4, point blank 3. So needing a 3 with 1 dice. Can I get the side of your tank? No.
Phew.
You're too worried.
Here we go. Next dice is red. And these guys are going to move up like literally to there. And then they're going to shoot down. So there's no minus, but they are.
Small team and inexperienced, so you're going to need 5s, aren't you?
That's it.
Oh, hang on. So movement would still be 3. Inexperienced 4. Small team 5. Point blank 4. Oh, that's looking good. 3 hits.
Oh, got it.
And they're gone.
Finally got a point. First one. Okay.
Okay, it's Germans next, and I'm just going to run my cameraman as fast as I can move him. There we go. So he's just run. It looks like I'm making a mad dash for the border, or at least to get towards Moscow and beat the Russians before they can reinforce. So there we go. Next dice, please, Michael.
Here we go. Grey.
Me again. I'm going to do the same with my medic, I think. So there we go. The medic has made it to there. It's all down to the last few dice.
Red. I'm almost going to ignore him for the moment, and I'm going to, because I've got to react a bit faster. So he's going like this, and he's going to go.
Keep it straight.
I think what I'm going to do is shoot for. I'm going to go for.
What, using your machine gun or main gun?
I think I might use the main gun. I was tempted to shoot him in the arse, but
that would be quite a good one.
Yeah, but I've just got to try and get some of these guys down. So I think I'm going to go for these guys here because they've got a couple of pins.
Yep.
I just need to be able to.
Okay, so that's inexperienced 4, movement 5. That's probably it, isn't it?
That's it. So 1 dice against these guys.
Are you going with the main gun, eh?
Yup.
Oh, you get the 5.
Hits. Then I can get over 3, but.
Let's have a look. Okay, yeah, so just about get 3. So plus 1 pen, so 4s you need. So 1 dead.
Oh.
No, they're veteran, those ones. And then the 2 pins, is it?
Here we go. It is.
In fact, that was plus 1 pen, wasn't it? But you got the 5 anyway, didn't you? So.
That's it. So let's see how many.
Yeah, so D2 pins. So that's 2 pins. So
2 pins and one dead.
So we go 4 pins and 1 dead. And what's left? Can't be much.
Great.
Grey. Okay, so thank you. Let's see what I'm going to do. I think where you missed out that point there, I'm going to run him. Okay, so 1 pin. And
that's gone.
Oh, that's gone anyway. So I'm going to run him around the outside of that bush of trees stuff. And there we go. The NCO for that lasting squad has just run around the back of the trees. And then the last dice.
Here we go. Capture the medic. He's going to leg it over here. there's no one to be helpful to.
And actually we can take the ranging off as well, can't we? So that's squad. There we go. So quite a bloody round for turn 3. Let's collect up the dice and see what happens turn 4. Can the Germans do it or not? Okay, turn 4. Can we do it? Will we not do it? There's a lot of pins on my Germans there. But let's see.
Got to get that tank moving. Here we go. Ah!
Grey. Right, let's see. Okay, first up, I'm going to do you guys snap 2 with Grey Wolf. So take another 2 dice out the bag for me, please. Right, let's see what I'm going to do. So first of all, the veteran squad with 4 pins. So normally 10, 4 pins makes it 6. I've got an NCO there, brings it back up to 7. So 7 or less. Oh, now they go down. Let's do Grey Wolf next. He has 1 pin. He also goes down. That's not what I'm looking for. And then last but not least, this squad here don't have any pins, even though they're inexperienced. So let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm just going to run this squad off. They're just within 12 and they are off. So that's 1 point to me. But I do have a couple of squads sitting in a different... So that's 1-1 at the moment. Okay, let's see who's next then.
Yeah, I'm going to have to put the most... get this involved, I think. There's a lot to try and slow down stop here. I think we're going to do a point blank at the... It's difficult because there's small teams here, but they are inexperienced. But I think it's going to have to turn the turret round there and try and wipe out these guys.
Yes, it's going to be in a 3 because it's inexperienced 4, point blank 3. So 1 dice. Oh, you're going for the medium machine gun, are you?
Actually, it's a bit difficult to know. Yeah, I think I'll go for medium machine gun. So here we go. It's miss. 3
so 3 hits. That's a pin at least.
That's
2 dead.
2 dead.
And a pin. I'll take that. It's the inexperienced squad there, isn't it?
So
let's take the 2 rifles at the back. And
okay. Now the front is going to try and... Oh, this is tricky. I'm going to just try and hit these guys again.
Yeah.
But I'm going to, this is the...
So inexperienced, 4, down, 6s. Nothing.
Okay.
So at this rate, you're going to pin them out.
Yeah.
Grey, right. Let's see. Okay, I'm going to try to activate this unit here. They do have a pin. So hopefully this time I can get that off. Yes, the pin's gone and I am going to assault. So hopefully I'm within 12. Let's measure it. I made it, but Michael does get reactionary fire. He hasn't been yet, so he's inexperienced 4 plus 2 pins. Takes it to 6. Nothing. So there's no barricade, so I get to go first. So I'm going to work out how many dice there are, and let's see how that works. Okay, so the black dice is the SMG. We can roll again, and the yellow is normal guns or the other weapons. So that is 5 dead.
Okay, so let's have a look. See if I can leave any actual weapons on. So I can strike back with 2. Oh, that's 1 kill.
So I win that.
They're gone.
So I get to reconsolidate D6 inches. And I get 2 inches. So let's see where I end up. There we go. That German squad has just ended up there. Next dice.
Is red.
Oh, you needed that, didn't you?
Definitely. This slot, I don't think I'm going to be able to impact that properly. So they're going to be horrendous and try and shoot that medic. So that's 5 dice.
What about the Geneva Convention?
And they've read the commissar order.
Hang on a sec. My medic can do 2 saves, can't he, from them?
Okay.
So 6 pluses. Oh, anyway. Okay, so you got inexperienced 4, small team 5.
That's 2 hits. And he needs 4 plus.
No, just a pin.
To be honest, I feel happy about that. It's
shooting at the medic, honestly, Michael. There we go. So next dice, please. Okay, it's grey dice. I'm just going to run this squad here, the unit here, the machine gun, as fast as it can go. There we go. So I've just finished up there. Oh, it's grey again, is it?
That's it.
Right, so tanky, spanky, spanky. Let's see what I can do to have a go at Michael's. So it is inexperienced, 8. It's got 2 pins, 6, but an officer nearby, up to 7. So 8, he goes down. And actually, he backs up. So let's see how far back he goes. It's half distance, 4.5. To there, not ideal, but there we go. I need to get those pins off, but inexperienced for you. Next time. Okay, grey. This time I'm going to move my anti-tank rifle behind Tank Commander Somerville. So let's see where I end up, because I want to get a rear shot. So there we go. I've just moved up behind. I'm right on the edge. I could have run off, but I just want to try and save some other troops from this tank. So I've got movement 4, point blank 3. 1 dice. Let's see if I can get a 3. And I do. That's a 4, so your rear armour.
-2, so that's 7.
And it's +2 penetration on my anti-tank, so I need a 5 to penetrate, or to glance, sorry. So I've got a 5. Let's see what I get. Okay, so let's see what I roll. And I get a 4, so -3, that would be 1. So you have got crew stuns, so you add additional pin marker and place a down order. And you have to roll for turret jam.
Down, okay, and roll for turret jam 1, 2, 3. It's turret jam 4+. I know it's 50-50,
Yeah.
we're just doing it like that. Oh,
It is jammed.
So I'm just putting that there to show it. He's now within. Basically, I'm just going to turn his turret and probably shoot that guy up the jacksie, I think. The temptation is to go for this slot, but I just don't think I'm going to hit anything. And you know, he's reversed his arse into range, so it's going to be taking a shot.
Yeah, so he's inexperienced 4, point blank 3. And you get a 2. I don't mean to laugh, but I am.
Terrible. Red dice again.
I've handed it to you on a plate for that tank.
Oh god.
What are you doing?
These guys are advancing and are going to shoot at try and get the officer team if they can.
Yeah, so inexperienced 4, movement 5, long range 6.
Yeah, they're all
Small team 7s. Apart from your, so you got 3 rifles and an LMG, is it?
That's it. Here we go.
7s. 1 possible. Oh, so close.
Now, next dice. Red.
Rinse and repeat, or are you going to run?
I don't know if I'm going to...
You're going to struggle to be in range there, aren't you? Because that was like 22, 23, so who knows?
Yeah, let's have a go. I'm going to say same again, yeah. See if we can get them forward. Let's see. Here we go, that's the advance. Let's see what the actual ranges are. Ooh, 28. So okay, it's the LMG can do it, but long range.
Inexperienced 4, long range 5, small team 6. There'll be 7s as well. So it's movement 4, inexperienced 5, long range 6, small team 7s. Nothing.
What have we got next? Okay. Next dice is grey.
Okay. Okay, I am going to run my cameraman off. He's off, so that's 2 points for me.
Yeah, and next dice is going to be grey again.
My NCO on this side, I'm going to give him a run order. There's not much more he can do, but if he can make it 12, if not, he'll be off next turn. So let's see where he ends up. And he's ended up there, short by a few millimetres, but a few millimetres nonetheless. Okay, there's not a lot left, but Michael's still got some dice in the bag. I've still got some dice in the bag. Soviets, what have you got left? Katya.
Not a great deal. These guys are going to just charge up here.
Yeah.
So that's a run order. Then it's going to be, I think, let's get her between both those 2 units. That's all she can do. So she's done a run, and then it's two German dice left over.
Yes, so that's going to be my inexperienced squad here. So they do have a pin, So let's see if they pass it. So inexperience would be 8 with a pin, 7. 10, they just go down, which is rather typical. Shouldn't have used your yellow dice. And then my medic, he has a pin as well. So let's use some black dice for the Germans. And again, same again. So he's a regular, isn't he? 9, 1 pin, 8. Yeah, he clears it. And that's got to be within 12. And he's going to run off. And that's it. The medic managed to run off and leave all his comrades, or all his other troops behind. And that was the last dice, was it?
That's it.
Right, crikey, it's pretty close here. Let's collect all the dice and go into turn 5. Okay, turn 5. There are.
I need that red dice so much. Oh,
And you got it.
Yeah. Surprise, surprise! It's going to be the tank who's presently got 2 pins.
So inexperienced 8, 2 pins 6. Can Commander Somerville do it? No, he's going to back up. But if I'm in the way, just go to an inch away from me.
There we go.
And go down.
Somerville. Here we go. Next dice is grey.
Grey. Right, let's work out. Right, I am going to do you guys snap 2, and I'm going to take some more dice out, and Grey Wolf, the tank, and the veteran squad are all going to have a go. So, first of all, the veteran squad, they have 4 pins, but they do have, so it's normally 10, 4 pins down to a 6, but I do have Grey Wolf making it back up to a 7. Let's see if I can clear a pin. 7, I get it, so down to 3. And let's see what I'm going to do. Okay, so this squad here, they've passed their test. I'm giving them a run order, and they are going to assault. Okay, there we go. So I've just assaulted his officer team. I get to go first. No reactionary fire. I have an SMG and 2 other guys, so let's see if this works out or not. Okay, so the yellow dice is re-rolling on the SMG. If I get a hit, I need 3s. And I get 1. So you get 1 SMG return. And you get it. 1. So roll that again, because if you get 2, no. So 1 and 1. So I'm going to take off the loader.
And then it's same thing again, but same time, isn't it? So
yeah, so the black dice again is my SMG, so you need a 5. Oh, you get 1. I also get 1, so you're dead. It's whether you can kill another man. You do. So
everyone's dead.
Okay, so next up I have got my tank. So it's got 2 pins. Let's see if I can pass those. I've got an officer next to him. So normally 8, 2 pins down to a 6, but back up to a 7. 10. So they back up. In case you wanted to be any closer. He's literally giving it to you there. And then I've got Grey Wolf. Again, he has got 1 pin. And he passes, so that's off. And let's see what I'm going to do. There we go, Grey Wolf very bravely is running towards the edge. I did think about going for the medium machine gun, but if I didn't win an assault or reactionary fire, I was too scared. There we go. So
next dice is red. It's going to have to be that. I think swivel and just.
Yeah, so inexperienced 4, movement 5, point blank back to 4.
Here we go.
2 hits. That's a pin at least. And then you need 4s.
Oh,
nothing, but a pin.
Pin.
That's fine. I'll take that any day.
Here we go. Grey.
Okay, let's work out what I need to do. Okay, so first up, I'm going to try to run the inexperienced unit here. They do have a pin. So that's normally 8, 7, 6, and that clears, and they're off. So if you take those, I'm going to put, so it's now 4-2. It's all getting pretty close here. I'm going to see who's the next one. Go on in.
Got this dice here. What I'm going to do is just move him forward and try and shoot that infantry unit up there.
Sure?
Yeah.
Absolutely sure?
Yeah, it's...
Okay, measure it then. Do you know what the range is on it?
Let's have a look. The closest guy is 26.
Alright, and I'm going to be really gamey because you need a 1-inch gap between Katia and your medium machine gun.
What do you reckon? I think I'll get up the middle.
Do you think so? Let's have a look. Okay, so the outside of those dice mark where the 1 inch is, and it's whether you can get that through there.
Actually, I need to turn the turret to approximate direction. Now let's have a, I think that's about right. Let's have, what do you reckon?
I don't think you can get clearance because you need 1 inch clear, don't you?
Yeah, it looks. What do you reckon? Do you want to come around this side? Off their mates, basically.
Okay, so where are those dice? Let's have a look at those dice. So there are millimeters between it.
And some light cover, I think.
Right, so after all that, we are just going to give cover. He can just by a whisker get through, so we're going to let him, but there is soft cover. The hill doesn't quite cover half. So it's inexperience 4, movement 5, long range 6, soft cover 7. Is it long range? Have you measured it?
The range is, let's have a look, 48. So I just want to go over that again to where the nearest guy is from his target.
Yeah, long range. So you need a 7 with 1 shot after all that.
Oh, okay.
I'm so surprised you didn't fire into the back of my tank.
I'm hoping to have another chance at that. Here we go. Red again.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're being.
Okay.
And actually that's advanced, isn't it? Okay, so it's German. I'm going to try to run my medium machine gun. They do have a pin, they're regular. It's 9 down to an 8. They clear that, and that is easy within 12, so they're off. And that's another dice to the Germans. Next dice, please.
Next dice is red. Oh, I'm going to... To Ireland.
So Soviet.
Yeah, they're going to move up 6. And it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be 7s to hits now. But it's whether, I can't get rifle shots there, but I have got the LMG guy, but it's going to be 7s to hit that guy behind me.
Yeah, it's been experience. Yeah, go on.
1 hit.
Potential.
No. This lot's going to leg it just in case that there's anyone around next go, which I think might be the tank, maybe someone else. Here we go. And dice after this is grey.
Yeah, I'm just going to run the NCO off here. So that's another dice for me. Okay, it's German again. I'm going to run this squad off, and they're easily within 12. So that's another dice for the Germans, and they come off.
It's German.
German, I did think about shooting your tank, but actually, for the sake of a couple of pins, I might as well just run off and protect myself. And that's another dice for the Germans.
Last dice is red, and that's Katja, and she's just going to leg it back to the friendlies. And I think I can't win, so I think we can call it there, can't we?
Yes, so let's have a round up. Let's see what the score is and see. So I think you've killed 2 units, and I've managed to get 8 units off. So German victory, hurrah! We're actually going to get closer to Moscow. So thank you very much. 8-2, really enjoyable game. I thought you had it at the beginning, but it easily swung both ways. We'll come back and we'll wrap it up and give our thoughts. Okay, so let's have a bit of a round the campfire and have a debrief. So good battle, thanks for the scenario. I thought it was going to be a bit of a tall mountain, but actually I think a couple of brave moves. Some of them paid off, some of them didn't. So assaulting your officer team here cost me dearly. That was a point to you. And I had a couple of moments like that, but I think in general, pushing up the middle allowed me to push through and actually make it past your tank and off the board. What about yourself?
Yeah, it's good. And it felt like the history where the Germans had broke through. It did look daunting, and but unfortunately the Soviets were just a bit too disjointed and disorganised, and the actual screen was of low quality troops. But yeah, it was fun trying to make it work, and I think if I'd been possibly a bit more aggressive with some of the units on the side, that could have paid off. But I don't think there's really much more I could do with them really. But I think man of the match, I don't know. I think it needs to go to the German officer because he kept boosting, kept moving.
Grey Wolf.
Yeah, I think he kept the side moving. But also it felt fun using things like the conversion here on the table.
Yeah.
Which adds a bit of character.
It didn't do a great deal, but it did move up and soaked up some of your shots from your tank, which was, I guess, the idea behind it. It keeps it as the target as opposed to the infantry. But yeah, I think it's just I was quite lucky getting some dice to get some of those infantry to come up from the back, and it just took too long to get them up. I thought you were going to run them just to get them into play, but could have paid off. But there we go. I enjoyed it. Hopefully you did. You got some books to show.
Yes, yeah. Once again, thank you for Osprey. This has been the brief behind this particular game, combined with Operation Barbarossa Army Group Centre, and yeah, it's really quite illuminating, and particularly when you realise that a lot of these battles happens. You know, it's often referred to as the road to Moscow, but a lot of it was on steppe and open countryside that was relatively flat and not hugely full of features. And you realise that, you know, if you're moving a whole division along, that this is how they're going to move along. But also a lot of the Germans were predominantly advancing on foot, and a lot of the Soviet forces at the time were still disorganised. They were trying to throw men at the German army to stop them, and there were convoluted groups, you know, resurfacing. So it actually felt like what I'm picking up from the books here. And it was...
So the question is, do we do the outskirts of Moscow next? And we could have built-up area or the starts of Moscow, and you've got to repel. The Germans have got to get in.
It's a lot more model making.
A lot more model making. Let us know down below what you think. Should we do the outskirts of Moscow next, or should we keep with history and go somewhere else? But let us know in the comments. Also, don't forget, give us a thumbs up, like the video, give us a comment, share it, and please subscribe. It really helps to let us know that we're doing the right thing. But thank you very much for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.